The more that we realize that we are actually being jolted back into alignment, the more it'll be easier to begin the process of working through the resistance to that jolt, or to what is underlying inside of you that is holding you back from going back into alignment. So that's why it's interesting to ask yourself some questions. Like, what is it that is within you that is keeping you from truly being aligned to who you are authentically? We develop over our lifetime, and we carry from previous lifetimes conditioning and programming. And that programming and conditioning comes into our awareness by noticing the beliefs that we hold, the emotions that we're having, the thoughts that we're having, the feelings that we're having, the emotions that are coming up. So all of these ways of experiencing life, or ways of not experiencing. So how we actually remain gridlocked as humans inside of ourselves because of that conditioning, because of that programming. So it's a really complicated time right now. It's super how can I say? It's a completely new energy. It's very difficult it's actually impossible to know what's going to happen tomorrow, what's going to happen in the next days, in the next weeks. All we know is that there is a big paradigm shift that is occurring on the planet, and that shift we're feeling inside of ourselves. So you can do whatever you want to deny it or distract yourself from it, but at the end of the day, it'll just get stronger and stronger and stronger until you are willing to be with the energies that are coming up. So they're parts of ourselves we don't like. They're what I might call suffering. The ways that we suffer are somehow when we're blocking ourselves from being who we truly are. So you might not think that you're out of alignment. You might not believe that it would even be possible because you have your whole life. It's been created. You've created this life. How could anything be out of alignment? But from my understanding, it's when we create from the parts of ourselves that are looking to be validated or trying to belong in a different environment, we change ourselves. We develop personality traits that don't necessarily align with who we are truly within ourselves. And that's the way children are. Before the age of 4, 5, when children are just being who they want to be and expressing themselves, and for some reason or another, maybe our parents weren't able to see us at that time for who we were at the time in our authenticity. So we shifted very little. We developed different traits and ways of coping with this loss of connection to who we truly are in order to receive the love and the attention of our caregivers and parents. And this is more or less, from my understanding, the definition of trauma. When we become disconnected from our true self because of outside circumstances, and we repress within ourselves these strong emotions that we weren't able to express at the time because it wasn't a safe environment. So we go within, we close within. However, we grow up and we step into our personalities, who we think we are, and later in our life, or maybe for some it's not that late, you begin to realize, wait, that doesn't really feel good inside of me. But we keep on doing it because we think, oh, okay, well, if I just follow along with everybody else around me and do what they're doing, maybe I'll figure it out. Maybe something will make me happy. I used to believe that I would be able to choose my life because I would have the choices walk in front of me, like almost on a platter, and I would say, oh, that, yes, oh, that, no. But it doesn't work like that. At one point in your life, you're going to have to, and probably now, I would advise, if it hasn't already come into your field where you're not aligned, but you're going to have to ask yourself what really matters. And the life that you've created, maybe the relationships that you're in, maybe the job that you're doing, or the type of person that you have become doesn't necessarily feel honest, and you're not able to center or to ground because there's this so much of a lack of connection within. So right now, because of the amount of uncertainty and the amount of chaos, it's catapulted us into many of us into fight or flight. So we're in this state of fear and anxiety, so amplified that we can't even really figure out what's going on and how to deal with it. And that's why we need to come back into the body, come back into your present moment self, who you are, understanding that you chose to come in and incarnate into who you are right now. You chose to come into that body. So by wanting to be someone else or follow someone else or escape from yourself, everything is going to keep on bringing you back until you decide, I'm going to commit to aligning to who I truly am. And all of those beliefs that you're having of not being good enough, or this is just too hard. You know, I also notice just this feeling of, this is way too hard. I can't do this. No one said it was going to be this hard, but no one said it was going to be easy either. And all of these emotions that are coming up, they're so strong. I don't have the capacity to hold all of this. And this is what I do. So it's even brings up even more fear and anxiety of how far is this jolting, how far is this catapulting going to take us. And it's going to take us as far as it needs to wake us up. So that means that it's probably not finished. And gosh, I wish I could say that it was. But we really need to learn how to acclimate more and more, and to understand that if you're suffering now, like I am also suffering, number one, you're not alone. I'm feeling it. So you're not going crazy. Number two, everything that's coming up is coming up to be realized, to be reconciled with, to be owned by you, for you to actually say, okay, this is happening. These challenges that you're facing, everything that you're facing right now is coming up for the sole purpose for you to step into who you truly are, and for you to step into your wholeness, and for you to honor your truth. And that truth is your alignment to who and how you are as a divine being of light here, now, on this planet. So the moment, and we're going to go into meditation. Thank you for listening. There are going to be moments that you're going to lose your mind a bit, and that's okay. But also, more than anything, is take those baby steps to come back to yourself every day, to come back into your body, and to give yourself permission to be with the uncomfortable that's arising, because that is the only way that we're going to be able to turn this ship around, is by acknowledging just how disconnected we've become, just how much we become materialistic, just how much global capitalism has killed our relationship to nature, to our water, to the earth, the soil that we live upon. We've become completely hijacked by distractions such as this wonderful iPhone that I use and that I love, and we all have that. It's okay. It's just realizing where in your life are you not listening to the cries of your soul. So, tune into your body. Tune into the cries. Tune into you. Just by turning off the external world and just listening to my voice. Giving yourself a moment to switch off the outside and switch on the inside. By feeling the weight of your body connected to to the cushion or to the chair, wherever you are, walking, seated, standing, lying down. Take a moment to drop back into your body, remembering that when you are in your body in the present moment, you have the ability to transform your emotional state, because we're energetic beings, and emotions, our energy, our bodies are holding energy. And when we tune down the mind, we have that power to drop into our heart center, which is the portal to who we truly are, the home of your soul, of your spirit. Call it whatever you want. Just take a moment to drop into your heart. Open up your senses. Listen to the sounds in your space, or you can hear the lovely crickets here, the cicada. Set your intention to come back into alignment. State it internally. My intention is to come back into myself. Let's take 3 deep breaths. Inhale through your nose. Lift your spine. Exhale. Release, letting go. Exhale all the air out. Feel yourself connecting down into the ground beneath you. Dropping in. Breathe in again. Deep breath. Widen your shoulders. Open your heart. Breathe in some more. Suspend your breath. Hold. Exhale. Dropping into your body, allow the clamp of the mind to completely release so your mind can open and you can really drop into your center, grounding yourself. Because as long as you're in the narratives or stuck in the stories or spending your time in your thoughts, and your worries and your doubts, I understand. But now is the time to drop into your body so that you can realign to who you truly are. Breathing naturally in and out of your nose as your lips close. A busy mind is so addictive. Somehow we think we're going to figure it out. But your power lies when you're in the body and when you're aligned. Understanding that you're exactly where you need to be to begin this process. There is nothing you have missed out. There's nothing happening after. It's all happening now in this present moment. So tune in to your heart. Remember your intention to align to your authentic self, to your true self. And maybe there's a lot of static. Acknowledge what's there. What are you feeling? When you drop into your body, is there fear? Fear of what? Name it. Allow for it to be there. Are you feeling anxiety? honor your anxiety because it just wants to speak to you. Are you feeling sad or grieving? Give yourself permission to connect to all of the parts of you, simply by becoming aware of them, of the feelings, the emotions, beliefs about yourself. They are all pointing directly into areas of you that are asking for your attention. Okay, to help us in this process, may we first ask for forgiveness from the ground beneath us that we have forgotten our connection to. Mother Earth, Pachamama, Gaia, may we ask for forgiveness for harm that we've done, polluted your waters, not respected the laws of nature, take a moment to thank her for all of the foods that you eat, the water that you drink, the trees that you get shade by, the plants that grow, the flowers that give their beauty, and all of the birds and the insects, the rocks, the crystals. Say thank you. Not from the mind, but from your heart, by allowing your heart to open and embrace. And the more that you give this love and gratitude, the more that you'll feel a neutralizing energy coming up through your spine. Calling in the presence of the divine, however you see that. The angels, the fairies, the goddesses, the divas, the spirits, saints. What do you consider divine? How does it feel to be in the presence of the divine and be completely seen and loved for who you are? Feel that feeling of being seen and loved unconditionally. And allow that feeling to come through your crown into your heart. Everything is going to be just fine. You are going through this shift. You're moving through. And many, many of us are waking up. And it's a process. You don't just wake up and then the work is done. It's a process of becoming aware of just how much you get in the way of yourself with your beliefs, the thoughts, the emotions, the behaviors, the patterns, the addictive patterns. Ask for the presence of your ancestors behind you. Feel their presence, remembering you're not alone. You also carry through your DNA a lineage of beings that walk this planet. Feel their support, their wisdom, their protection. So now that you've created this container around you with everyone here seated in a circle, bring your attention to your heart. Ask, may any parts of myself that I have lost or disconnected from come back into my body. Past relationships where you compromised your truth, relationships, experiences, and may this bypass your mind. Just trust that parts of you will return back into your body just by asking and trusting in the intelligence of your own soul to assist you. Come back, come back. And may you release whatever it is you're holding on to that isn't serving you. And allow that draining to drain from the bottom part of your body. And this is a flow, so you can also simultaneously release and then ask to receive. How can you accept what has happened in the past and forgive yourself so that you can create the space? Needed to receive your strength and courage right now. You are a channel. In your awareness, that ability to step back and witness yourself as you're going through this is your biggest ally. So how can you let go of trying to control this whole shebang? It's a daily practice. Today, repeating, today I let go of control and allow myself to trust in the wisdom of the uncertainty. What relationship, what belief system, what repressed emotions, what pain is asking to be purged? And this is the question that we have to ask ourselves every single day, because we are layered. There are so many layers to our being. So this is not a one-moment process. This is a process of every day checking in with yourself. What's coming up for me today? How can I be with this part of me? And how can you have compassion for yourself as you see yourself out of whack some days? I'm going to end here. But I love you very much, and I thank you so much for being part of this process together with me, because I'm learning so much. And this is how we grow. So thank you. I love you.